Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like we all know, every country out there, every city out there, every tribe, every nation has different things that they are actually known for. For example, we have um, America. America is known for their pop culture, for their music, for their fashion, and all whatnot. France is known for its historical you know fun sites and all that. Likewise, Germany, that is also known for historical, buildings and infrastructure in general. So today we are going to be looking at songs. So today we are going to be looking at 15 famous songs you didn't know were made in Germany. Of course, there are songs that are actually, when you hear these songs, you would think that these songs were actually produced in America, but they were actually German songs. I'm super anxious. Now, without further much ado, let's check out these songs, shall we? Let's go.
99% of you know these famous songs, but I bet you had no idea that they were actually made in Germany. Hallo, Servus, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Feli. I'm originally from Munich, Germany, but I've been living here in Cincinnati, Ohio since 2016. I think it's safe to say that German music generally doesn't have the best reputation in the world. I mean, classical music, sure.
Yeah, I think so.
And of course, most people know the band Rammstein.
Yeah, I know Rammstein.
Or Nena's
Amazing band, by the way. I don't think I know this one.
But aside from that, I'm assuming most people mainly think of this. Or maybe something like this. Which is why I think you'll be very surprised to find out that a lot of really famous songs, songs that you probably thought were by American artists or British artists, were in reality made in good old Germany. And if I'm being honest with you, there are songs on this list that I didn't even know were German until I started researching for this video. And not to be all,
number 15 will shock you.
Let's go, let's find out. I'm super excited for this.
Let's actually start off easy because I think of all the songs on my list, this is probably the one that most people do know that it has a German origin. And it's this one.
What? Scorpions? Honestly, I don't know that this song is German. I thought Scorpions are actually Americans.
Wind of Change by the Scorpions. This song was written in September of 1989, right before the fall of the Berlin Wall, which is why it kind of became the anthem of German reunification at the time. Well, that and Looking for Freedom by David Hasselhoff. The Scorpions are a hard rock band from Hanover. They've been around since 1965
Wow.
and still tour to this day.
Really?
Now you might be wondering, why are there songs in English when the band really is from Germany? Well, after the end of World War II, it actually took a while until German-speaking music was considered cool again in Germany, because for a long time, all of the music that was popular with young people was from Great Britain or from the US. Elvis, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. German-speaking music, on the other hand, was largely considered somewhat outdated and stale.
Junge, komm bald wieder nach Haus.
So German artists who wanted to make pop or rock music at the time almost exclusively wrote their lyrics in English. And that really didn't change until the 1970s and 80s when the Neue Deutsche Welle movement became a thing, the new German wave, and the German music industry finally embraced German-speaking pop and rock songs too. Such as 99 Luftballons. But even then, most German artists stuck with English, which of course also allowed them to reach audiences in other parts of the world. The Scorpions, for example, are currently playing an international tour for their 60th anniversary and even have a short residency in Las Vegas this summer. Now,
Guys, I totally agree with her on this very one. Yes, I agree with her because every goal of, I believe every goal of every artist out there is to, touch lives and impact lives with their through their music, right? So I think reaching a greater audience aside your, when I say local audience, I mean like aside the people that are basically from where you're singing from, I think it plays a very huge role in the growth of every artist out there. Your music needs to spread across continent, not just your country or your region, right? So I think introducing your songs or singing your songs in various languages could actually help. So I think I agree with her to an extent. I agree with this, and that's such a very crucial thing right there that German artists did, right? So let's go back to it.
Wind of Change wasn't their only international hit. I'm sure most of you also know this one.
I've never heard this one though.
On number 2, we have a song that was associated with a huge scandal. And I'm sure most of you know about the scandal. But did you know that that scandal was actually brought to the world from Frankfurt, Germany?
Girl, you know it's true.
Yes,
Wow,
I'm
great
talking
song.
about the band Milli Vanilli, which was created in the year 1988 by German music producer Frank Farian. The band consisted of Rob Pilatus, who was born and raised in Munich, just like myself, and Fab Morvan, who was from Paris but moved to Germany at the age of 18, where he met Rob. Now, of course, the big scandal was that after Milli Vanilli had become successful all over the world and even won a Grammy for Girl You Know It's True, it was revealed that the two didn't actually sing on their own songs and were merely lip-syncing during live performances. The real vocals were recorded in Frank Farian's studio by musicians from the US. By the way, there's a great German biopic film on this whole story that came out in 2023. You can watch it on Amazon Prime with English subtitles. I can only recommend that movie. I think it was really well done. And then there's also an English-speaking documentary about them, also from 2023. And speaking of
Guys, how possible is this? I'm trying to like wrap my head around how possible that such artists at that level were able to sing and perform all these years and people were not able to discover that they were just kind of like lip syncing to songs that were actually produced by another person. That is crazy. I don't know how true this is. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you actually believe this is true or if this was true or was later discovered to be true or false. Okay, I'm kind of like confused because I really didn't know. This was actually a very long time ago, so I would need more clarification on that. Okay, let's go back to it.
Streaming good shows and movies, with today's sponsor, PIA, you can actually unlock thousands of additional titles on streaming platforms like Netflix, Prime Video, or Disney+. And with the link in the video description below, you can get 83% off. The way this works is that you can connect to the internet through a PIA server in one of over 90 different countries, and that way you can access movies and shows that aren't licensed on, let's say, Netflix in your country, but are in other countries. The sitcom It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia isn't available on Netflix in the US, for example, but it is available in the UK. So I can just connect to one of the servers in the UK. I always pick the streaming optimized one, refresh, and there it is. Or if you connect to a German server, you can watch the entire Harry Potter series on Netflix right now. This also works great to get around regional blackouts in sports broadcasts. With March Madness going on and baseball season kicking off, this might come in handy for some of you, because PIA specifically lets you choose a server in each of the 50 US states. This can also be helpful to get cheaper flights or other deals when you book them from a different location. And of course, PIA safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel and hides your IP address, which is a huge perk as well, especially when traveling. To try it out for free, just click on my link in the description below or go to piavpn.com/Feli from Germany and you'll get 4 whole months of PIA completely for free. And after that, it'll be 83% off, which comes out to only $2.03 a month. And you can use PIA on unlimited devices. But getting back to Milli Vanilli, of course, Girl You Know It's True wasn't their only song. You might also know this one.
Girl, I'm gonna miss you.
Or this one.
Bye, 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 baby. Don't
Wow, it's crazy. I don't know some of this song. I think I was
Now,
not born when
despite
this
the
song
whole
was song.
drama around Milli
produced.
Vanilli, the mastermind behind it all undoubtedly had something like a magic touch when it came to international hits, because Milli Vanilli wasn't Frank Farian's first successful project. Which brings us to number 3 on this list.
I'm crazy like a fool. While my daddy cool.
This actually sounds real American.
Yes, Boney M was created by Frank Farian too, which means that he produced all of these massive world hits in his studio in Frankfurt.
Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
I think I've heard this one before.
That really was gone.
Quite popular though.
Yesterday my life was filled
Wow, I love it.
by the rivers of Babylon.
Yeah, this is a very popular one. I know this one.
We sat down.
Wow, this is produced in
Well,
Germany?
Rivers of Babylon and Sunny were both cover
What?
versions. Daddy Cool and Rasputin were original songs that Farian also co-wrote. Boney M was founded in 1974, and their main success took place in the 70s, so over 10 years before the Milli Vanilli scandal. But Farian already used some of the same practices. The very first Boney M song he ever released was actually produced and sung just by himself.
Baby, do you wanna bump? Do you wanna bump?
Only after that song became a hit in the Netherlands and Belgium, he put together an actual music group consisting of 4 members. And while they did all sing live on stage, only 2 of their voices made it into the studio recordings, and Frank Farian continued to do the male vocals himself. However, when Farian openly talked about that in an interview at the time, it didn't really cause any outrage. What's kind of funny is that several Boney M songs have recently become really popular on social media apps like TikTok.
She's crazy like a fool.
While my daddy cool.
Look at him with terror and the fear.
To Moscow.
Now let's jump ahead a few decades to this party hit from 2005.
Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly.
Every Time We Touch by Cascada. Now the chorus of the song is actually by the Scottish singer Maggie Riley from 1992.
Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side.
But the dance version by Cascada is the one that people all over the world are familiar with today. Cascada is a German trio consisting of the singer Nathalie Horler and the 2 DJs and producers Manuel Reuter and Jan Pfeiffer. Another big song by them that you might know is... And now let's jump ahead
Yeah, I think
a
I
few
know this
more
very
years
one.
to the year 2012,
2009.
when in the German city of Kassel, 2 20-year-old friends recorded this song in their childhood bedroom.
I want you, we can bring it on the floor. Never danced like this before. We don't talk about it, dancing on. Do the boogie all night long. Stoned in paradise, shouldn't talk about it.
Stolen Dance by Milky Chance, aka Clemens Rehbein and Philipp Dausch, who have since become one of the most successful German bands in the world. In 2014, they even got to perform on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Before them, the only other band from Germany
Wow,
who
the
had
famous
ever been invited
Jimmy Kimmel?
was Rammstein. Other songs by them
Wow.
that you may have heard before include Flashed Junk Mind,
And we were bound to the city life. Flashlights when we fall down into the night.
Cocoon, and Down by the River.
Down by the river, I was drawn by your grace into depths of oblivion, into the lover's place. I was.
What's funny is that the student radio station that I worked for after high school, M94.5, M94.5, was one of the first stations who played Milky Chance at the time, and they actually booked them for one of their live events a few months later. But by then, the band had blown up so much that the whole event was suddenly sold out, and hundreds of people who would have never attended otherwise suddenly showed up to the event just because of Milky Chance. Remember how I talked about Boney M songs being big on TikTok? Well, there's another song that I was very surprised to come across in a TikTok dance recently. is the song Brother Louie by the German band Modern Talking, but I've also been seeing some of their other songs having kind of a revival on social media recently, such as You're My Heart, You're My Soul,
You're my heart, you're my soul. Yeah, I'm feeling that I love you, bro.
or Sherry Sherry Lady.
Sherry, Sherry lady, going through emotion.
As you can tell, this is total 80s music, but I guess it's kind of having a comeback these days. Modern Talking was
Absolutely.
a band
I
that
agree.
most Germans are very
They're
familiar
all coming
with
back.
to this day.
Thanks
and
to
it's
social
honestly
media.
kind of a controversial band. Some people love them, but I would say most Germans don't really like their music a whole lot. But also both Thomas Anders, the main singer of the duo, and Dieter Bohlen, the songwriter and producer, are still very much active in the German music industry today. Bohlen has been a judge on the German version of American Idol, Deutschland sucht den Superstar, since its very first season in 2002 and has kind of been the German equivalent to Simon Cowell since he's known for his harsh comments. And because he's been a very successful songwriter and producer even after Modern Talking, he's always referred to as Pop-Titan in German media, so Pop Titan. But even though they're both still active in Germany, Thomas Anders and Dieter Bohlen don't really talk to each other anymore because they've had several big fallouts over time, which they've partly fought out in public. From what I remember, it was basically all about who of the two was the real creator of the band or was responsible for their success, since Dieter Bohlen supposedly never actually did any of the vocals for the songs, which he denies, while Anders wasn't involved in any of the songwriting or production of the songs. So much drama. Okay, before we get to another
Yep, guys. Please, I want to know what the reason or the story behind their separation. Okay, because I think we've seen similar cases in the history of music and artists where two solo singers would actually separate for, they'll actually have some kind of like fights and clash here and there for various reasons. So I want to know why these two actually separated, or what the problem was it based off of what she just said, that one person feels like the other person is not a singer or doesn't play a huge role in their success? I don't know. Please leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what actually transpired between the both of them.
few major pop songs, I want to take a quick detour into the world of techno and 90s Eurodance music, because Germany played a pretty big role in that genre, and even I had no idea that these songs were all made in Germany. This includes major hits like
What? No way. No fucking way.
Yep, What Is Love
This song is
was
German?
performed by the Trinidadian German singer Hadaway and was written and produced by two Germans as well. Who would have thought? Then we got Rhythm as a Dancer by Snap, which is a German Eurodance group that actually still exists to this day. This song was created in collaboration with the American singer Thea Austin. Next up,
Never heard this one
Mr.
though.
Vane by the Eurodance
Vane.
project Culture Beat, which also still exists today. And even though the project was and is based in Germany, this song features a singer from the UK, Tanya Evans, as well as American rapper Jay Supreme.
Put me up, put me down, put my feet back on the ground. Put me up, take my heart and make me happy.
Yep, even Coco Jumbo
Wow,
by
this song
Mr.
is so
President
good.
was made in good old Germany. Just like Narcotic by the German rock band Liquido. So I guess this one technically doesn't fall into the Eurodance category, but I feel like it has a very similar vibe. And then there's this song that little 5-year-old me used to call her favorite song for a while. I think this was like on a summer vacation in 1999 or so, and I literally had no clue that this was German until a few days ago. Samba de Janeiro, which as it turns out, was produced by the German pop group Bellini, but at least one of the writers of the song is the Brazilian percussionist Ayrton Moreira, I think is how it's pronounced. If you can think of any other Eurodance songs that you used to listen to in the 90s and that actually originated in Germany, let me know in the comments below. But getting back to a pop classic, on number 13 of today's list, we have
Wow, this is a very famous one right there. Very famous. I actually grew up listening to this one.
Forever Young by the pop synth band
Forever
Alphaville
Young.
from Münster, Germany. This song has been covered numerous times over
Wow.
the years, and
Germany,
even Jay-Z
Münster.
sampled the song.
This is surprising though.
I'll be fine. I'm forever young.
Another big hit by the band is their song Big in Japan, by the way. And before we get to the last big pop song that most people would never guess to be from Germany, I want to take a quick detour into the world of film scores. Because did you know that this and this is all from a
These are
German
all movie
composer? Yes, of course, I'm
sounds.
talking about Hans Zimmer.
Famous
The last name
musical
Zimmer
sounds.
literally translates to room in German, by the way. He's without a doubt one of the greatest film score composers of our time and has won 2 Academy Awards and 5 Grammys so far. He was born in Frankfurt, Germany, but as
Wow,
a teenager,
5
he
Grammys.
first moved
That
to
is
Switzerland
insane.
and then to London for boarding school. And that brings us to the last song on this list, number 15. We have all partied to this song, without a doubt, but even in Germany, most people don't know that this song is actually from Munich.
A little bit of Monica in my life, a little bit of Erica by my side, a little bit of Rita's all I need.
Yeah, I rock with this. I rock with this. I think I really listened to this one too. This is from Germany. Wow. Shocking.
A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man.
Yes, Mambo number 5 by Lou
Wow.
Bega is German. Well, mostly, because it's technically based on an instrumental song that's also called Mambo number 5 by the Cuban musician Damaso Perez Prado from 1949, but the lyrics and the rest of the song as we know it today was all created in the Munich area in the late 90s, and Lou Bega, the singer, was born and raised in Munich to an Italian mother and a Ugandan father. Which of these songs were the biggest surprise for you, and can you think of any other famous songs that most people don't know are from Germany? Put it in the comments below. As of recently, you can also get my videos on Spotify, by the way, so you can have it play in the background like a podcast if you want. So be sure to check out my brand new profile on there and maybe even leave a 5-star rating. That would be awesome. And of course, if you want to support me and my channel in other ways, you can always send me a tip on PayPal via the super thanks button underneath the video or through these 2 platforms. Or simply by subscribing to my channel and hitting the thumbs up button. That's completely free and helps me out a lot too. Either way, thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And with that, I hope I'll see you next time. Tschüss!
Wow, what an amazing, entertaining video this is from Feli from Germany. Feli is such an amazing educator when it comes to, teaching people about Germany, about the culture, about the traditions of Germany in general. She is amazing. Now, guys, I am blown away because among the whole song that she listed, of course, there are songs that I did not know at all. But trust me, I was able to pick about 8 different songs out of the 15 that are very, 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 very popular to me and that are well known, that I actually grew up listening to. And trust me, I am shocked down to my bone marrows that these songs were actually German, but they sounded more like American. I actually knew them to be American songs. So it is pretty much surprising that these songs were actually German. And she gave valid reasons, because most of these artists that we discussed were actually singing in English just to reach a wider and different audience, right? But trust me, these songs actually did more good than harm, right? Because as we can see These songs are actually used in our present days to do TikTok videos and all that. Shout out to these amazing artists. Please leave a comment in the comment section and let me know songs that surprised you, that you get to find out that they were actually German songs. Okay, with this, we've come to the very end of the video. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, please do not forget to subscribe. And also, I have ways to support the channel as well. I have a link to buy me a coffee in the description box. You can send in your special requests as well. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.